I would like to make an update video for one of my earlier videos on watches signed F Montandon Locle and such. Now, there had been a little bit of uncertainty as to whom we may attribute these watches. Now, the assumption had been that these are pieces that belong to F Montandon Locle, and he was a watch fabricator in Neuchâtel City, and we find him from the early 1860s up until the early 1890s. Now, new information, new research has come to light which appears to verify this. Now, there are other contenders for this title of F Montandon, and however, as far as this most recent discovery, we do appear to have information which propels him as the most probable fabricator. Now, I would like to demonstrate what has come to light. So we have here on the right, we do see this movement is signed F Montandon Locle. Now, F Montandon Locle was most likely the work of either one of two F Montandons who were both watchmakers, one of which, the more likely of these, actually was fabricating in he was in La Chaux-de-Fonds, but before this he was in Les Ponts. And he did spend some time in the local area. However, he began in Les Ponts de Martel, and eventually he would go to La Chaux-de-Fonds. However, this individual of F Montandon, who is a Montandon de Travers, is an entirely different individual. Now, the previously mentioned F Montandon Locle, who was in Neuchâtel as an établisseur. Now, this appears, we do see on the left here, the signature, and we have a very ornate, almost J looking, but this is an F. And what we see here, and this is very uncommon, there are additional markings beyond the F. Now, in this period of the 19th century, we often find these mini abbreviations of name, like HI for Henry, or possibly even HY in cases. However, Louis, we have LS or merely L. Now here we do have what appears to be, and I'll try to trace this for you. We have the F, very ornate, and just adjacent to this, we see under here there's underscores, and we do have what appears to be additional letters. Now, this is going to be rather difficult to see. Can try to enlarge. Okay. Now, if we look here, we will see this is very, very difficult to delineate. However, this appears to be a D. But most certainly we have coming out of the F an R, I, C. We do have an extra dash here, or some sort of a mark, or perhaps just a decoration around the signature. This does appear to be an abbreviation for Frederic. This appears to be FDRIC, or perhaps even FRIC or FIC, Frederic. So this does appear that our F Montandon Locle watches are by that Frederic Montandon, who this gives us a little bit of clarity. Now, this does not mean that all F Montandon watches are obviously attributable to him. We do have many signed Geneva, and there's also a Fred Geneva, which is definitely Frederic. However, F Montandon and Fritz Montandon, Fritz Montandon probably did use F Montandon later on, may have also used merely Montandon, and he appears to have used Montandon and Co. So this is a quite interesting development, the additional markings that we find, and with this underscore. This is extremely rare, possibly even unique. And this piece, this is from the back of a key wind, key set timepiece in silver, and it is dating from approximately 1865 to 1880, probably on the earlier side of this, most likely by before the mid-1870s. But this is quite interesting. Also, it should be noted that the serial numberization of this piece fits extremely tightly with all the other known F Montandon Locle pieces. So we're talking in the 11,000s, 13,000s, 14,000s, and in this such. So this is just a very interesting piece of data that does, I feel, need to be documented, so that we have now apparently honed in on the actual fabricator. And this is one of the problems of the so-called golden and high golden eras of Montandon watch fabrication, in that the later the watches appear, the more difficult it becomes to trace the actual fabricator, the maker. It's almost as if their personality is lost in this sea of horological competitions at the time, and organizations and companies became much more prominent unless the name was extremely well known. So this is just a little bit of a update on Frederic Montandon, F Montandon Locle, and the differences between Fritz Montandon and F Montandon Locle. So I hope this analysis was interesting, and I thank you for your time. Bye-bye.